To look at 3-year-old Daxton, you'd never know he's a walking, talking miracle.
The first year and a half, there were a lot of scary moments. You know, we didn't know if he hit it on something or hit it on a corner. You know, could you herniate that brain or the dura?
Born with one of the largest cranial defects doctors had ever seen, Daxton's life hung in the balance.
And everything went quiet. I mean, the whole surgical suite went completely quiet.
Daxton's mom, Nicole, says her pregnancy was normal up until her C-section.
I, at the time, was losing a ton of blood. They had to call in another surgeon. I was watching on the monitor as my blood pressure went down, and just the whole thing got very scary. And then the doctors saw his head, and they said to my husband, "We really don't know what to do."
Baby Daxton was critical and quickly transferred from a hospital in Brevard County to Advent Health for Children in Orlando. Surgeon Dr. Raj Saul Martinez describes what it was like the first time he saw his tiny patient.
A little bit of fear and panic for him, to be quite honest. There's a really critical structure in all of our brains called the sagittal sinus. It's a very large venous lake. It's right in the middle. And for him, 2/3 of that was completely exposed.
It was several weeks before doctors could start looking at options to treat his skull.
Any injury to that area or any mismanagement of that spot could lead to immediate demise. If that bleeds even a little bit, he doesn't have reserve.
With a large portion of Daxton's brain exposed, the obvious choice was skin and bone grafts.
The more I thought about it, the more uncomfortable I got with the idea of all the really invasive surgeries.
Nicole's background is in regenerative medicine, so she wanted something non-invasive for her son. Dr. Raj understood and says he treats every patient like one of his own children.
Hi, cutie pie, how's it going? Yeah, and so he talking, walking, jumping around, doing
yeah, he won't
everything.
stop talking.
Dr. Raj did extensive research and found just 37 cases similar to Daxton's around the world. He and other doctors from Daxton's medical team decided the nutrient-rich placenta tissue that surrounded Daxton in the womb might be the trick to his healing.
We were hoping to be able to stimulate Daxton's own stem cells and his own body to be able to create a covering of that area, a very sophisticated scar that hopefully would have enough bone ingrowth, or at least coverage so that he would survive the early days.
For 6 months, Nicole slept with Daxton on her chest so she could make sure his delicate brain was completely protected. Doctors monitored the growth of the tissue and bone protecting his brain, and they have marveled at his progress. He may need surgeries down the road, but Dr. Raj says Daxton's future is bright.
A lot of us weren't so sure if he would make it or not, including his family, who's been absolutely amazing in his entire journey, to now seeing a beautiful, normal child that we have all expectations for him to be completely fine, just like you and I.
Nicole picked out Daxton's name before he was born. It means overcomer of great obstacles.
I did not know we would be faced with such great obstacles so early on, but we were, and he pulled through, just like his name says.
And Daxton is such a joy to be around. 3 years old, he already knows all his numbers. He knows the alphabet. He sings songs. He's crazy about his big sister. He never stops smiling. And I just love the story about how she chose his name. Now, remember, she was having a completely normal pregnancy.
Right.
Nothing was wrong. Nothing seen on the ultrasounds. They had no idea. And she picked out this name having, you know, no idea what he was about to go through. So.
I tell you what, the fact that he is now not just on the road to recovery, but recovered, that's just amazing.
He is all boy.
Oh, I can only imagine. Now Mama's got her handful other ways, right?
It's such a big smile.
I know.
So sweet.
Very
Great
good story.
Amy.
Absolutely.
They're a great family.